What's going on YouTube? Enigma Garage is back, and we have some parts that came in from Mitch's Auto Parts. Swap axles. Let's get these unboxed, see what they look like, while I'm working on the adapter plate over here. So first off, I mean, it's probably not Mitch's fault, but these things came in a little rough, so little worried about the package. Yeah, UPS. Good job, UPS. Probably wouldn't hurt though to put a little bit of extra tape on it before you ship it. Let's get them opened up though. See what they look like. Yeah, that wasn't much. That wasn't much at all. I hope this end isn't messed up. Ooh. Don't want it to fall. I mean, well, it did have some packaging inside of there. That was good. Oh, outer sides, that goes into the actual transmission. Please don't be messed up. Please don't be messed up. We look good. Okay. So this should go right into the K series. Oh, new snap ring. Nice, nice. Or new. I've got a EP3 transmission. So 5-speed is going in the car. Nice. Lock nut, brand new lock nut, tone ring. That looks nice. Very happy so far, as long as it goes into the hubs of the car. Nice, nice. I don't know if that's the passenger or driver side. I gotta go check the transmission. Let's get this other one opened up. Go away, people. Might as well just cut it off like the last one. Hey, we're putting a sticker on the car. Okay, so this is the intermediate shaft side. This is why you need to have an intermediate shaft. Nice, nice. Same thing, new nut over here. Guess I need to see if these splines fit the intermediate shaft that I got. Let's check that out. So here's the intermediate shaft that I got with the transmission. So it should go right into here. Yep, those line up. We should be good to go. Here's a better view of the axles. And I'll show you over here what we're working on for the transmission. I have been going deep in CAD. I already have one rendition of the adapter plate, really thin, just to kind of check the hole sizes. But we are getting very, very good at lining up all these holes and the dowel pins into the trans. And I'm trying to get the angle for the, I guess, mid-plate brackets, so I can go to the front and rear engine mounts. And that angle is about 10 degrees. So I need to go back in the file and change the wing area, because I'm going to use those to go to the front and rear mounts right here. Should work out beautiful. So I'll make 2 brackets here, trans mount, engine side mount. These are going to help center it in the engine bay. This is going to go really smooth. So the evolution of the adapter plate. I want to give you guys a little how-to on what I did. So the first one, I was like, I wonder if I can. I had this old little piece of Lexan from a PC build from doing crypto over here. And everything's off. Crypto sucks right now again. It's unfortunate. And I was like, oh, okay. But we have a snout that isn't even the same height as the case. K-series, of course, the snout comes through. Here's my other plate. So I centered it up. I'm like, how am I going to center it up on the Kia transmission? I made a little adapter that goes the same diameter as the K and then fits over the Kia snout perfectly. I use that to pretty much twist it to line up the bolt holes and get the dowel pins aligned first. Once I got the dowel pins, I kind of traced the inside, and I was like, oh, this might actually work out. this isn't going to work anymore. So I bought a big piece of Lexan from Lowe's. Don't do like I did and get the cheapest one. Get the stronger one because there are cracks already. I almost split this in half moving it around. It's very, very, very flexible. Get the stronger one. It's a few more bucks. Should have done that. Anyways, I digress. Transferred the entire pattern from the Kia and the K series onto it. And then I took it upstairs and started measuring it with my calipers. Of course, you're gonna need some really long calipers. And a little hint to start off, start at your dowel pins. I did the whole thing first. I should have just done the dowel pins and then just cut it out to a small strip just to check the diameter. Because now when you have to go and change things, you have to go in there. Oh, it just come apart. Oh well, this is the first one. I already made my measurements. And you have to move things here and there. 5 mil, 0.5 mil, 1 mil, 1 mil. All the dimensions are based off of the dowel pins. And I think I have a dowel pin that is 0.5 mil off. So all the constraints are off of the dowel pins. I move the dowel pin, it's going to move every single bolt on it. So in hindsight, I should have just done the 4 dowel pins. 1, 2, 3, 4. Done small pieces to check length. Verified, then finished out the pattern on it. So learned from my mistake there, but it's actually working quite well. Everything lines up here except for it's like a 0.5 mil off. I might get that to work, we'll see. And when I put it on the trans side, I believe this bolt hole has to go 1 millimeter that way again. I went too far. Actually, cut the difference, 0.5 mil. Should have been a 0.5 mil. And the plate for the ears, I need to make sure they're at this angle, so everything's going to be pointed right at the motor mounts inside. And give me a pretty good area for wishboning back and forth. And what I'm going to do, once I have this file done, which you see the tongue and groove right there, it's actually 4 pieces put together. Once the file is good, I'm going to send it off to get CNC made. There are quotes out there. PCB Way was like $300. I'm like, oh, that's who made my fuel system. But then I just put CNC quotes and did a Google search, and this other company came up, and the quote is $105 for my file to get CNC cut. Shipping is like $40 for 3-day. So I can have this adapter plate in a week. If I expedite everything, I think it's $150 total. So I'm going to verify everything with the newer one, because this is just really, really flimsy, weak. It's like 2 layers. You can pretty much see through it. There you go. You can see through. That's how sparse it is. This one over here is probably 20 times stronger and thicker. And as you can see from here, I can use the factory starter for the Kia to the factory flywheel, and everything should work perfect. I'm going to have to make a mount for the trigger sensor into the K-Series housing, but I mean, everything's going fine. And of course, in the last video, I showed that the K-Series snout is a 1/2 inch longer than the Kia snout. Everything should line up from this being a 1/2 inch longer. The only thing I'm going to have to maybe worry about is the pilot bearing, which I can have them CNC that too. I can have it where it presses into the Kia and has the inner diameter of the K. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom. And yeah. Oh, that's what I was going to say. And once this is bolted together, I can put those axles on the engine transmission, put it in the car, jack it up, and use this engine, I guess, dang it, what are those things called? I don't remember. But it goes across from strut to strut, and I can use that to adjust it little by little and get it perfectly level inside of here. And then I can look down at the axles to make sure they are perfectly straight. And I guess loaded, I'm going to have to make sure there is a little bit of axle bend. And then just make some mounts. And with the dog bone, I'm going to do pretty much like an engine plate for the front and the rear. That's going to be super easy. The left and the right engine side, I got an extra old Kia engine mount here. it's roughly going to be right here. And you can see that's going to be a really, really easy bracket to make. It's probably going to be a piece of flat. Super, super easy. The hardest one will be the trans side because it's got a post here and a post here on each side. And they're different heights. So I'm going to have to space up one for the plate to make the ears to come up. So that'll be a little fun. This side will be easy. Dog bones will be even easier. Yeah, just need to finish up this adapter plate. Once the last piece finishes printing, I'll come right back. So here we have rendition number 2, which 3 is already on the printer because I, as a dumbass, didn't put the angle of this for the oil pan and the way the mounts are. So I had to tilt that 10 degrees, sadly. Another print. Well, it didn't matter because dowels are in down here. Spacing left to right is perfect. Up here, they do need to come up about 1 mil in the directions I have. Starter holes are off just a little. Had to make an adjustment there. All the other holes are fine. A couple of the K holes were different. I did cut off the ear already, so it does sit up there flush. 1/2 inch is not going to work, which is sad. So my other rendition, I have the hole coming down to here, so it clears the flywheel teeth. That kind of sucks, but yeah, it was about that far off of the flywheel, so I have to go to 20 millimeters. I put the flywheel, or the, sorry, not the flywheel, the clutch. I put the clutch into here. Me and my buddy put it down, made sure the dowel pin went in, made sure it was all centered the way it needed to be. And the splines, the bottom of the clutch was right here. You see the little mark I made. And the top of the clutch was sitting off of the splines. So I had to bring this up thickness-wise about 8 millimeters, which brings us to a total of 20. So, yeah, this will be 20 millimeters thick. I should have a correct depth for the clutch to be seated, and I'll make a bronze bushing to get CNC turned. I can just hammer into here, and it'll be the pilot bushing for the input shaft. And there we go. Kia flywheel, K clutch, Kia pressure plate, K transmission with the adapter. These will, of course, be angled flat, and then I can make my little dog bones that go back and forward to the mounts. Yeah, we're almost there. So I'm gonna cut this video off, and the next one will be hopefully fitting everything together, maybe starting on mounts. Catch you guys later.